I know. I really think that. Why do you want my gums so bad?
You think about it the whole time.
Your hair is so shiny. Yeah, you.
Wait, but she's the hair girl.
And you're supposed to have all the hormones. This is a disaster.
There's something I really actually liked about being pointed over. Like
you. Your hair looks great.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Trash Tuesday today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
You guys, I am so excited that Drugstore June, my movie that I co-wrote, and star in, is finally available digitally. You can get it on Apple, on Amazon, wherever you buy movies, and I can't wait for you to see it and hopefully love it.
You guys, I'm really excited about TigerBelly's next show. We've begged production for this specific place for a very long time. TigerBelly will be at Hawaii Theater April 26th. You can go get your tickets at tigerbellylive.com. If you've never been to TigerBelly shows, they are not what you think they are. They are super fun, they're super interactive, and we can't wait to see you there.
You are, show your hair.
Can't. It's not good. It's just.
It's cute.
It's just little old me, just my hair. Yeah, I know. It's like when you're hiding something, it looks way worse than when you just show it. Like it's like every headshot, everyone's trying to hide something, and you can tell what by the way their headshot is. Like mine were like super exposed. You see no shadow on my nose.
Do you have a side?
I like this side, but then I had a skin cancer removed, so now my favorite side has a scar on it.
My favorite.
Scars are super sexy.
Isn't God funny how he works? Yeah. So that side was my fave. What about you?
My left side, because I too have a high bridge on my nose, so my left side's better.
Yeah.
Right side's disastrous.
I didn't learn about sides till this podcast, so that's a really good thing that you
must be nice.
you've done to me.
Have you ever looked in a non-reversing mirror?
Oh, terrible.
Wait, why
It's
is that so
insane.
bad?
It's insane because you basically will realize, I don't know, maybe you guys are different, but for me, I'm extremely asymmetrical.
Me too.
So when I look in it, you see your face not flipped, and somehow it makes you look like a Picasso
You
in a bad way.
really bad way.
Yeah.
Like it threw me into a deep depression.
Yeah.
Because I'm very asymmetrical. So one, I have a micro eye, one that's smaller. So when I do my makeup, I have to compensate by, I do my makeup one eye different than the other.
Look at me. This is me not believing a word you say.
I swear to God, Chelsea.
I'm like
I
this.
swear to God.
Commercial break. A hot girl talking about her asymmetry. Let me tap out for 5. She's like, I'm a mess. It's like, I have eyes. Okay? You're perfect. Next.
Micro eye, really.
A micro eye. My
eye.
dad, I remember my dad being like, don't worry, like Jean-Claude Van Damme has one too. And I'm like, okay, thank
He's
you.
beautiful.
Yeah, so.
But men honestly can pull off a micro eye. I don't think
can.
women
They
can.
can pull off literally anything.
I know.
They can pull off toothlessness.
And
A
this
lot of
is-
men I've found attractive have been toothless.
But this is
Or
our
lacking-
fault.
I don't
No.
like that when it's always this, like, it's always a side tooth, like 3 back from the front that people are always missing.
That one
I'm
is
like this. Every time they talk, I'm like, side tooth, flashing, a flash of darkness, you know, and I'm like, what's going on? What was it? What happened? Because that is commonly gone on people.
I remember the first time, I think it was like the third date with Bobby, where he laughed really loud. And I realized, like, not only were his molars missing, but everything else. I was like, this man has 9 teeth.
That's like a goblin in like a Studio Ghibli movie or
And
something.
then we went to a steakhouse, which he insisted on going to. And I realized he would chew the
with
steak
his
with his front teeth.
Ew. Oh
Or
my
that, or he would just
God.
whole swallow like a piece of steak. And I'm like, hey, like, you've got to chew that. You're going to choke. He's like, I can't.
What?
Oh my God.
See, okay, but you guys, you realize what we're talking about here is that I am going to put all the blame on us. It's our fault because our self-esteem is so low that we're willing to accept these flaws in men as attractive. So we're the problem. Women are the problem. Anyone?
I don't know. I feel like I had these kind of conversations in college. I can't place the blame on us anymore. It's like, look, we're deep feelers. We're like, okay, you know. But the problem is a lot of times we take someone who's ugly and has a bad personality.
True.
That's where we need to step it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only take one.
Yeah, one or the other. You have to choose.
Yeah.
Now, today on our show, if you haven't noticed, we have the one and only Chelsea Peretti. You may know her. We could start talking about her huge hit movie, first time female director, available streaming now on Roku, or her Netflix special, One of the Greats.
Not on Netflix anymore. I own it now. Let me know what I should do with it.
You bought it? Wait, that's been your dream.
I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. I somehow in my contract, I don't know if I specially carved this out or if that's just how they are, but I now own it. Like they rotate things off all the time and now I own it.
Wait, that's because I bring this up all the time, but one of my favorite things I've ever seen on Twitter, RIP, is
I know.
a post of Comedy Central promoting one of your old specials and you underneath writing, "Can I buy the rights back to this, please?" So I feel like you
Yeah,
you finally
that's funny.
you finally made it. You own
I made it, but now I don't know what to do with it. And did I make it? I don't know. Let's discuss in the comments.
But actually, what I want to ask you about first,
Yes.
amongst all of your amazing achievements, I want to talk about the 1 year you spent writing on Parks and Rec as a coworker of my baby daddy.
That's so interesting because I was trying to remember if it was a year or 2 years.
Maybe it was 2 years.
I think it was 2.
You
but
maybe know better than me.
but
I think
I don't
maybe
know.
you guys only had 1 year of crossover.
You know your baby daddy was like a narc.
Wait, what do you mean?
In the writer's room, he was like, 2 people on their phones, 2 people on their phones. He always had like a little sing-song thing where he called out people being on my phones. I'm like, 1 dork, let it go. We're here 12-hour days. Like sometimes we might want to text our mom.
So bad. He's such a loser. He's such a.
Does he do that to you?
He's
at
a
home?
company man.
He's. Oh my God. Well, who was a bigger bully, him or you?
Probably me, but I was just louder, more outspoken.
Because I've heard, is like he can be kind of mean.
Now that I would like to see.
Oh,
I don't
you
think
just
I
saw
ever
the,
saw
the
that.
A student nerd.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like it was his first season.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen him be mean. I would love to see that.
he was known in college as Dave the Bully.
Really?
I've
I
heard.
cannot imagine Dave being any kind of
No.
bully.
He's got a lot of sides to him, you guys.
The plot thickens, multifaceted. Where's his show? Where's his podcast?
I guess the great debates he has with Steve Healy.
Oh, he does have
Yeah,
one.
he does have a podcast, actually.
Whoops. Shout out to the Great Debates.
But it only comes out like once every 2 months. And also he was like, their podcast was featured on John Mayer's Sirius channel.
Wow.
And-
I have a picture with John Mayer that I can send you.
Okay. And then we ran into John Mayer and the first thing he said to us was like, "I'm so sorry. The talk just doesn't work on my Sirius channel." So it's like we ran into him and he just told us how like Dave's podcast was having to be removed from the channel. We're like, we didn't care.
I didn't even realize he had a channel.
Yeah, whatever. John Mayer.
Yeah. I'll send you that picture. What I imagine immediately is sending that photo to you just all night long, over and over and over. And you're like, what is the significance? And I'll just keep sending it.
I would enjoy that. I would enjoy the mystery of that.
Yeah.
I'd want to know what it's about,
Yeah.
what happened to you, what
Yeah.
made you downfall to
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
So you have a movie out,
So do you.
Women in
Wow.
Film.
Women in film forever.
and ever.
Yeah.
How is it? You've been back and forth New York doing press.
Yeah.
How do we feel?
One trip too many, I'm going to say. But I don't know. Do you love doing press?
Who does?
I was just thinking, like, I can't even watch it. Like, do you watch it after? You do. Your face said you do.
It's complicated. I want to see a glimpse.
It's actually literally not complicated.
No, it
you
is.
You either watched it or you
I
didn't.
want to see a glimpse, and then like depending on how I look and how I feel about my vibe,
Right.
I'll
That's
keep
true.
going, or I'll just stop because I'm like,
Yeah.
and as we've talked about before, it's like you'll do a press appearance, and then you're like, oh, my hair and makeup look like shit.
Right.
This goes in the garbage.
I will say this. I feel like I finally, well, actually, I can't say this. But, you know, I feel like glam is always like a journey.
Yeah.
But I felt really, I was happy with my glam.
We're journeymen.
Yeah, we are.
With makeup
We are.
and hair. But then there's this one.
Perfect in every way.
No. I wish I got glam. I'm really Anyways, do you love your hokas?
Listen, I know they're not cool. Like
They are
No, I
cool.
just got a pair of hokas.
They are.
I'm sold on them now, but it took a while.
Well, apparently I need different shoes. Like I wear them for everything. They're not apparently good for hiking or running. No, running they are.
Running and walking, I think.
But pickleball. I started playing pickleball.
oh, you did?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
You
Little
got
generation
swept.
above. And they're apparently not great for that, whatever.
The
but
sideways movement?
yeah.
No ankle support?
Yeah. But I do have to say that I would do these long hikes in my old sneakers. I don't even know what they were. And my feet would hurt. And these ones, it's like walking on titties.
Yeah, because they're really
They're
wide.
cushy.
Why would you want to do that?
Why not? Give it a try before you reject the idea. Walking on titties would probably feel amazing. If there was like 10 women in a row and you're just like scoont, 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 scoont.
You wouldn't the whole time be grabbing your own titties. Like, how could
Actually,
I do
you're
this?
right. No, I would
Oh,
be
yeah,
like,
you're
I'm sorry.
You're super titty sensitive.
Yeah. Are you guys not?
If it was fake women,
Okay.
like those real dolls,
Yeah.
and you could walk across their boobs, that would feel good, I'm sure.
Even we want fake women. That's
Oh,
sad.
of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
Who wants someone who's breathing? That's not
You're
fun.
just gently caressing your chest in pain,
I
thinking
have a
about
heart
it.
monitor, Chelsea.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Did it just start sounding?
Way to flex on
Yeah.
her.
I
No,
so
sorry,
bad.
Esther. Sorry, I do have ailments.
Okay, that's now see more relatable. We're getting back on the same level.
No, I have a heart monitor. I've had like a heart condition for a really long time, but
When was it discovered?
I think right at 30.
Oh
I
wow.
was getting these like weird episodes where I couldn't breathe and my heart was like going up to 200 beats a minute. And I was an athlete for most of my life, so I never really like thought anything weird. I always thought like my heart was powerful. Turns out not really.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
A powerful heart.
yeah, because you're an athlete. I was like a Division I athlete. I was
Wow.
like, this thing cannot go out,
Yeah.
and it can.
When I first moved to LA, the first time I did Runyon,
Yeah.
I could not believe how heavy I was breathing. Like, and I felt really, really scared
Yeah.
that I went to the doctor the next week to get like a stress test. And they're like, no, you're fine.
I know. Well, I kind of get that feeling where I can't breathe when I walk up hills, even if it's like a slight incline, and I'm like, this seems bad.
But
Do you eventually get over it though? Like
Yeah, but it's like even if I'm like hiking all the time, I feel like if I walk up a slight hill, I feel like I'm like winded.
yeah, it's
Am I dying?
I think that's just exercise, guys.
No, I know
I
that
think that's
now.
supposed to happen.
now I know. But
don't
I
know.
got the peace of mind from the stress test. Highly recommend.
Isn't that Scientology?
No.
Stress test?
Yes,
That's
what do
literally what they
call
give
it?
out.
They call it something else, but I'm not sure.
It was my
The
first year
audit.
in LA. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, they would do like free stress test.
right, the stress test, but it was with that little contraption thingy, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I never actually did it, but I'm
Did you
looking-
ever think about
looking forward.
maybe
Scientology, yeah. I was like, oh, of course. Like, did you have this where you're like, it'll be a funny bit if I go in there
to the
and mess
celebrity
with
center?
them. Yeah, and then like a few days later, I was like, I don't think it seems like people get stuck in there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm scared.
No, they had a brunch buffet that supposedly was very good in there. And of
Okay.
course, you know me, I was in a conundrum. I'm like, wait, I do want to see what all the hubbub is about with that brunch. But I was scared like the doors would slam.
Wait,
Did you go?
No, I never did it.
Now
I was
I'm
too
curious
scared.
about the brunch.
I don't know if they still do it.
How could it be that good? It's
Right.
so hard to find a
Yeah.
good brunch buffet.
Just realized I was like making a little fist.
to punch me.
No, just like true body anxiety.
Yeah, but if they had done the audit on either of you at that time, like what would they have found out, Esther?
They're going to be like, you're stressed. You need this.
Yeah, but the audit is when they take in all of your deepest, darkest, and then you cannot leave Scientology because then they hold it over your head.
Right.
I would have been way too honest and way too like open and loved. If any attention that they gave me would have been like, I don't need a career. I'll just do this. Because that's all I was looking for anyway.
God, that's terrifying.
Thank you.
Wait, you said you're the first person I've ever met who says you hate peanut butter.
Yeah.
Or peanuts, everything peanuts?
I don't hate peanut butter. I have to be clear, but literally I have a call-in podcast and I was asking what's a high protein snack and all these callers kept saying peanut butter. I'm just not like sitting around like, let me eat 3 spoons of peanut butter. Also, I thought it wasn't a good high protein snack because it's super high in fat.
It's kind of also not, plant-based protein is never going to be as good as,
The real McCoy.
Yeah, which I am sorry to vegans for saying that. That's just the research that I've come across. I don't know. I love peanut butter. I think it makes everything better. I think like any dessert that has peanut butter in it tastes good.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
That's so strange.
I'm pro
Esther.
PB too.
I'm pro peanut butter when it comes to like savory dishes. Like I love
Savory?
Yes,
Like
yes,
saute
yes.
kind of thing.
Yeah, because I think like in a lot of Asian dishes, especially like I know like I'm Filipino, so we have a peanut butter stew. And with green
Look at this.
beans.
This is me being culturally respectful. I'm like, but inside I'm like, ugh.
I'm not. That's
Peanut butter
scary.
stew. There's probably a better name for it.
Yeah, it's
not in English.
Right. There
Yeah.
is. It's like kare, but it's
That's a million times better. You say that, I'm like, well, I'd love to try it. Peanut butter stew. I'm like,
I know.
out. Yeah.
But it's sort of this. It's a hack to make. Usually you use like crushed peanuts and you do it the right way. But the hack is to just put a scoop of peanut butter in.
Yeah.
Are you guys saying that you would like peanut sauce more than a peanut
It's
butter?
like peanut sauce.
Do you like peanut sauce?
Sometimes. But again, I guess it's just like I'm more into like in Asian foods. And I want to say Szechuan foods.
Szechuan
I'm
is
into
my fave.
sesame more than
Sesame.
peanut.
Yes.
You know, like I love sesame noodles. There's these ones that I get in San Gabriel that are like really garlicky sesame noodles. So good. And I put black vinegar on it.
I love
So you're an
sesame.
SGV girl when it comes
Yeah.
to good. I'm
Yeah.
so glad. Thank you for saying that. SGV is the only place.
so
Like I don't
good.
trust anyone who gets their Asian food anywhere else. Really.
The one thing is, once you get into Szechuan food, the numbing spice is very addictive.
But are you into high spice? Because Szechuan's very hot.
No, that's where I'm different
It's
than
very
you
hot,
guys.
but somehow I can tolerate it more than, say, Thai, which is so hot. It like hurts to me.
Or will you lose the other flavors?
Yeah, the other flavors are like the Szechuan flavors are so layered, and like that 5 spice is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Then I put black vinegar all over everything, which because I love sour.
I love vinegar. That's
me
something
too.
I'm really missing in the pregnancy is just like going extra crazy with vinegar. And it's just,
Are you not allowed?
it's just the reflux
Oh.
situation, which I know everyone is sick of hearing me talk about.
No, I
That's
love
fine.
it. I was actually hoping you would bring that up. How's it going? Wait, so you're nearly due.
I'm like 3 weeks out. I should not be here.
Well, that's amazing, Esther.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I did go to Madonna last night.
You did?
I couldn't believe I made it. Like it was
Who'd you go with?
the Goop, Greg.
Oh.
I love him so much. This comedy promoter who has been recently been featured on Bad Friends, and he's so funny. And he's the only person I've ever met at this store where we have all the same interests in like female pop stars. So we really like
Hit it off.
yes.
No, I'm curious. I'm scared to ask who you do love as female pop stars.
Oh, why? What's so scary? What are you scared of?
I feel
Let's
like we're
start
not
there.
going to be in sync. Well, first of all, I don't really love any, I guess, is the truth. If I really think about it, I'm like, I don't know what I'm holding out for because there's like, I'm out of the loop, I guess.
Madonna is like the number one,
Sure.
and I'm not gonna look. I know there was a few like rough years publicly where we were all confused, but
Just the last decade?
yeah.
Yeah.
Did she have no AC on?
She did have no AC.
Someone told me that the concert was sweltering because she insists on no AC.
But why? Would you
For
know
her
why?
singing, she won't do AC, which I do not love that. My Majesty.
Like, that is a sacrifice. She needs to create a little bubble for herself, like a humid greenhouse.
But I will say the live singing was excellent.
Really?
Excellent. And
Wow.
you don't get that in the female pop world often.
Well, I love it because I have to say, like, everyone seems to be enjoying this concert. And, like, the same way I love that Joan Rivers stayed edgy till the day she died, which I think is so hard to do, especially as I'm getting older. I'm like, I feel peaceful. Not really, but I don't know. I feel boring. I feel out of it and boring. And, like, for Joan Rivers and Madonna to stay relevant as they, went on in life is actually, now I'm like, wow, that's actually quite a feat.
Yeah. Well, people were like, oh, is it sad because she's older? And I did not have a tinge of that. It was so exciting and fun. And she was so alive. Like, she really pulled it off. And
Did she ever look stiff, like in her movements?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's not like hitting it like Britney in the heyday.
Right.
But
neither is Britney.
no one is. Honestly, like, it was really good.
Yeah.
And the set list too was like really for the OG fans. It was for the 65-year-old gay men. And last night, that was me.
Yeah.
And it was good. Who would your female pop people be? Whitney
First of all, I
Houston?
just have to say, did she play La Isla Bonita?
She did. I had to leave
Great.
early because
That was my karaoke. And
That's your
Really?
karaoke choice? That's not an easy one.
Really? Last night. I know it's kind of low. Last night I dreamt of San Pedro. It's low. But I have a low voice, so it all kind of works out.
My karaoke go-to is also Madonna, Like a Virgin. But it was heavy True Blue era, which is a great era.
What are those songs? I don't know.
La Isla, Papa Don't Preach.
Oh, that's a huge one. Papa, don't.
Is Borderline on there?
Borderline is not on that album, I don't think, but she did not. I think she may have played it towards the end of the concert when I was not there anymore. But me and Dave have like a good concert routine where he drops me off and then he goes around the corner and plays at a casino and then picks me up.
It's like he's your dad.
Yeah.
It's that's
My dad would never
a cool
pick me up.
routine / literally like a guardian.
That's all you've ever wanted. Parenthood.
I have to say, I love hearing that. Dave won't. He's coming for you after this.
I know. Now that I know he has a mean streak, it's kind of exciting.
You want it.
Yeah.
Wait, who are your female pop people?
Honestly, I really don't have one.
Oh my gosh.
I really don't.
Have you been listening?
Who are they now? Like, none of them appeal to me.
Well, some people would say Casey Musgrave is country. I put her in the
She is not pop. I don't
What?
think Casey is pop
She
at
won
all.
Best Album of the Year a couple years ago.
But that's how country people can win that, I
No,
think.
they can't.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know what her songs are. Like, what's her big song?
They're very like
you know who
angelic.
I like Miley.
Yes.
You like Miley.
I do.
Miley
do
is
too.
great.
I love a deep, scratchy voice.
Her voice is amazing when she
Yeah.
covers other songs. When Kelly Clarkson and Miley cover songs, you know it's going to be good.
Hmm.
What about SZA? Are you familiar?
I do like SZA.
Her
But is she like a pop star? I feel like not.
she's probably more R&B.
Yeah, she's R&B.
But I just like to make them what I say
Yeah.
that they are.
Just someone you like is a pop star.
That's right.
It's funny because pop does mean popular, right?
Yeah.
Like, so really, it's
And I only like popular
It's
things.
like it's like Lady Gaga is I think a big one, right? No.
Yeah.
yeah. Do we like Adele?
I mean,
Yeah.
Sure, but again, I wouldn't think of Adele as a pop star.
Do you like
She's
Gaga?
singing ballads all the time. Gaga, I never like had a thing with. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I think also when people have like so much mania around them, it's like, when people are like, this movie's insane, and then you see it and it's like, okay. Like, I think it just already felt like it's a scene, and I'm like, okay, I can't get in.
You seem like the kind of person that like you could only like the music that wasn't popular. 'cause
Not
you were
really,
too
because
cool.
Miley's popular.
Okay.
Gotta hold on to Miley and Madonna.
So you do like Madonna?
I do.
Okay. That means a lot to me.
Cher.
Cher.
I feel like back in the day, well, no, she was more rock and roll. I think she wanted to be labeled rock and roll, but Tina Turner was like unbeatable.
Rest in peace.
Are we
this
even
year.
gonna
R.I.P.
say the T word? Taylor?
No,
No.
you can't say
I
anything
like
bad.
Taylor Swift. I just was not drawn to her because she's a tall, thin blonde woman.
Same. I don't trust blondes.
And so I couldn't ever
Nothing personal.
get my way in. And she wasn't a dancer. But then now the evolution, the Midnight's album, seeing the Eras tour, I'm all in and I have all the respect.
I hate myself for not liking her, but I don't like her.
Listen, I like that she didn't she remake her album to Own It? I like that. I think that's inspiring.
Yeah.
the storyline is more important than everything else.
Yeah.
I'm into her business acumen, I think, more than her music.
Well, I think I didn't realize that both of her parents were like business people. Yeah,
That's
they were
so
very
inspiring.
savvy.
Yeah.
Like she's not
Dad's
like
a millionaire.
she didn't like grow up in Nashville. Like they're from like New York, I think, and they were finance people, and they were like, let's just. This girl can sing. Let's just, market her correctly.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's kind of like putting a boy band together, but with their daughter.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. And let me tell you, therapy has been one of the most important tools in my life. I don't know if you've noticed, but modern life is not really something that our brains are like prepared or set up for. I'm currently going through a pregnancy that's been really hard on my mental health. I had to go off my Lexapro, which has been a bit of a challenge for me and my emotions. And also, there's a lot of relationships in my life that are really important to me. And in order for me to show up in those relationships as my authentic, yet boundaried, yet loving self, all those things, like I need a therapist to give me tools and help me work on that.
If you're thinking about giving therapy a try, try it with BetterHelp. I think it's very convenient. I love that I don't necessarily, especially on my worst days when I just want to sit in bed and stew and not get up and drive to an office. This is really a convenient way to talk to somebody either through the phone or through video chat, whatever you prefer that day. Very easy. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
Chelsea, can I have you taste test my favorite candy of all time?
Yeah.
Where is this candy from?
Okay, so it's my favorite one from Hawaii. It's called Noms. And I hope you like slightly sour things.
I do. I like very sour things.
Do you like lihing mui? Kind of like chamoy a little bit.
Never had.
Wait, before she tries it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you can open it. What sour things do you like?
Oh, gosh. I mean, like I said, I like vinegar, like malt vinegar, black vinegar on savory foods. And then I like lychees, like that kind of tart flavor.
Any sour candies, though?
Oh, candies, like Cabbage Patch, Sour Cabbage Patch Kids.
Cabbage Patch?
What are they called? Sour Patch.
I knew you were a fucking fraud.
I don't eat
I knew
candy.
you-
I'm
yeah.
not 5.
I'm not a super candy
Sorry.
person either.
Like I don't sit around eating candy, but
Wait,
from
have
what
you
I
ever
remember,
tried like unripe papaya with vinegar and salt?
I was actually buying for a while dry green papaya that was very tart that I loved. No, mango, dry green mango with like
Yes.
salt on it or something. That
So
was
yeah, green
good.
mango. And there's this Filipino like fermented shrimp called bagoong, and it smells terrible, but it's a
Yeah.
really good match for green mango.
Really?
Really
But
good.
like fresh green mango.
Fresh green
Yeah.
mango.
You
That
don't
sounds
like kumquats. You say they're too tangy for you.
For me, the kumquat is an extreme sweet and extreme sour and extreme bitter. It's just like a lot of extremes.
Are you a kumquat girl?
I
Esther
love a
is.
kumquat. I miss.
Really?
I can't believe it's kumquat season, and I'm not really participating. That's been hard for me.
Are you into loquats?
They're fine, but they're not kumquats.
They're not
Kumquats
kumquats.
are just like. Also, you're getting the opportunity to eat a full rind, which
Yeah.
is probably so good for you, and it's like tiny and cute, and you don't know if it's going to be sweet or sour. It's just.
Are you into kiwis?
It's just really fun. Okay, give it to her.
Okay.
Give it to her.
Okay, so these are a combo of belts and sours. Here, pass it over. They're really good.
Oh, I can't. That sounds. It smells. Is it spicy?
It's got lemon peel and lihing
I
moy.
wouldn't if I were you.
Okay,
Esther.
I won't.
Yeah, let's keep it away from.
It's called
This is a lot.
Sheriff's Mix.
It looks like it's covered in sawdust.
No, but it's not. It's lemon peel. different, right?
Well,
I wish it was more sour.
Really?
do you think it would hurt me if I tried it?
No. But it's got like a weird, what is that?
It's the lihing mui. It's like the dried plum taste.
Chelsea, did you like Warheads?
Warheads are intense. I mean, I'm just not a candy girl so much.
Oh, that is really tasty.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I just do think I'd be more into more sour. So that's
Maybe at the bottom of the bag.
Oh, it's not as extreme as I was worried about.
So the flavor is
It's
a gummy
candy.
candy with plum. The sprinkle on it
bag.
is plum.
Yeah, what is it? It's good.
Lihing mui and lemon peel.
Man, Hawaii's so cool.
Let me try another one. I have to continue
Wait,
to
try
assess.
the belt, not the gummy.
Can
I
I-
ripped off a piece of the belt.
Can I ask the worst white woman question of all time?
Yeah. I don't have all the Hawaii answers.
Are pineapples really better in Hawaii? Or is that just like a myth?
I actually think pineapples are not from Hawaii. I think they're originally from South America.
Fuck, that's good. This is not that sour, bitch. I love it.
I'm so glad. I have so many. They have a lychee flavored one
It's
too.
got
They
like
do?
Uh-huh. They have
It's got
all
what?
the flavors.
salt. It has salt on it.
I love that about it. What is this flavor? Plum?
Yeah.
I've blacked out. Give me the bag. Give me the bag, dude. Did you fucking hear me?
Wait, you got
Yeah,
the
I
whole
did,
belt.
bitch. I'm not your little servant. I'm reading the ingredients, obviously. You're like, give me the bag. As I'm reading? What the fuck?
So
I can't say I love this. I want to because I want to be like cool.
but there's something
you
about
keep-
it, right?
yeah, no, that's
I
the
swear when you're
thing.
done, when you leave today, you're gonna be like, those noms.
It's also weird that there's belts and balls.
It tastes like it has tobacco on it.
It tastes like it has everything on it.
I can't figure it out, and I love it. I love
It
that
tastes
about
like-
it.
Super sweet, slightly tangy, lots of salt and tobacco.
There's not tobacco, is
There's
there?
no
I'm 9 months
Your
pregnant.
baby is dead.
Esther, so to answer your question, they're from South America. They were brought to, because I know that we have a lot of pineapple plantations in the Philippines, but they're not originally from the Philippines either.
What is your tie to Hawaii?
She's like a
My partner is Hawaiian or is born, raised there. Also part Hawaiian. But I also dive a lot. So it was sort of where I learned to like spearfish and where I learned
What
to like
fish
free
do you
dive.
spear?
Local fish there or here in California?
Do you do it here?
Yeah, I do it here too.
Are you concerned about the DDT off of Catalina Island? I'm chasing
keep
a
track of that.
Pulitzer.
We do keep track of that. I think that certain parts of like if there's like they tell divers that almost immediately and they put out a warning like, hey, don't collect lobster this week or whatever. What do you know about the DDT in Catalina?
what is
Just that
DDT?
there's tons of barrels of DDT that were dumped off the coast of California and are just sitting there and still fully toxic.
What is DDT?
Something bad. Look, there they are.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I think they delayed lobster season because it usually starts like first week of October. They delayed it by a week because of this. Only by a week though.
I'm sure it's clear after that.
So
Yeah.
DDT is a pesticide.
Oh,
DDT
good.
is what they put in like bug spray.
Roundup,
right?
like in Roundup,
D.
like Monsanto.
I think maybe, but I think it's in bug spray. Like I think it's commonly.
Yeah.
I could be wrong,
No,
but
that's deep.
yes.
But DDT,
it is a
I
pesticide.
think it's a crop thing, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's in Roundup.
I really should know more as
I
I'm
know, me
trying to get a
too.
Pulitzer for talking about this once on my podcast.
But they do. You have to be careful about collecting certain type of like if you know off the coast of California, you can just grab mussels and eat them, but you can't collect them certain months because of this thing called domoic acid that apparently is like a neurotoxin that can kill you.
I love the planet
Yeah.
Yeah.
of where
Just
we're
a random
at.
fact, Julian. If it's
feels
in
good.
summertime, don't collect mussels.
I almost did. I was in Laguna the other day.
You're
and-
still safe to do so now.
Oh, great.
Yeah. You're good.
Now, let's see if any of these Trader Joe's snacks that
Okay.
Stella got for us are worth our new.
All right.
They're new.
They're
new
new.
and exciting. 2024.
Oh, wow.
Snackaroonies.
I've never seen this one.
These are new. These are fresh and hot. Now, Chelsea, you recently famously did a podcast episode trying Trader Joe's snacks and hated all of them.
Right.
All of them, 100%.
What brand is that lipstick?
This little known brand. It's like a little cottage industry thing I'm trying to support.
Chanel.
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford,
Oh,
I think.
cute.
How do you know that?
Because he's psychotic and knows things like that.
Okay, we've got Pizza Party potato chips.
Ugh. I don't even like pizza that much. What? Yeah. Come on over to my podcast. I talk about it all the time. Yeah, I had a good slice with Nick Kroll in New York just now. But I just
Plain cheese from
yeah.
where?
Joe's.
Oh, Dave loves Joe's. We always get Joe's. I feel like
It was good, but it was actually very good. But I just can't get like super excited about a slice.
Right.
I'd be more into carbonara.
Yes.
That's my thing.
Yes.
you know what I'm into? The pasta
What?
I never thought I would be veering towards, cacio e pepe.
I love a good
But it's so
cacio
like hit or
pepe.
miss, and sometimes very bland, and sometimes
Yeah.
too peppery, and sometimes grainy.
Look, I'm only when it's good, and I can't.
Where
be
is it good
responsible.
from?
I don't know. I'm not responsible for that. Maybe John and Vinny's, but it's a rigatoni anyway.
I love rigatoni.
Hold the
It's my favorite
cone.
pasta shape.
Waffle cone tips filled with dark
Disgusting.
chocolate.
Like all this looks so gross to me.
This one looks good to me.
That looks good.
Because it's basically the base of the...
Yeah, of the little cones.
Yeah.
the ice
Okay,
cream
we've got
cones.
some room temperature yogurt. That'll be good for my
ew.
unborn child. Meyer lemon and cream yogurt.
I would normally love Meyer lemon, but room temp is a hard
It's
sell.
actually a little chill. Do you want to test? Just hold it
We
and see.
just got them.
Okay.
Have any of you guys
You're
gone
not
to the,
taking it.
the Frenchie? She makes those yogurts at the farmer's market. Her lemon one is really good there.
Now, see, I'm shocked you'll go to a farmer's market. As an introvert, that's the most extroverted experience on earth.
What are you talking about?
I find farmers markets absolutely like chaotic and overwhelming.
but you don't have to
Really?
talk to it.
Like, I actually truly do want to get diagnosed. I think something's up with
Do
me.
you think you're fully agoraphobic?
I don't know. I just think something is amiss.
You
Wait,
need a-
I honestly think it's just getting older, like you said, because there was a point, I think it might have
She
been like
just called you
30.
old.
I know. So far, this has been a great appearance. I literally am
Wait, no, Chelsea, I'm
nailing
almost,
the coffin on my career by being here.
you and I are pretty close in age, I think. I'm
Are
going to
we?
be 40 this
Okay,
year.
well, I'm going to be 50 in 3 years. or 4.
I
don't
feel
even
like no
remember.
one's gonna use this, but
But
wait, this,
no, I think right at 37, I was like, oh, I think I'm just going to opt to not exist outside in public
what are you
anymore.
talking about, you guys?
Esther, when have you ever seen me be social?
I thought you were a shut-in.
I am a shut-in, but it's really bad for you to be a shut-in, okay?
That's what
It's
we're practicing at the
you know
farmer's
what
market.
we've all been learning the past couple years, which I wish we knew sooner, is being a shut-in does not solve the problem.
Right.
And we need community and we need to see people and we need to have those small talk, annoying conversations that we don't want to have because they
Right.
will. It's that thing of like, there's a study, like, let's say you have at 5:00 tonight, you can either go on a hike with a friend or sit at home and watch a show. Obviously, you'd rather sit at home and watch the show, but you're going to feel better if you do the hike with a friend. So it's just,
In theory, yes. All of that sounds
So from
great.
now on, say yes if I ever want to hike with you.
me,
Yeah.
fine.
Wait,
I'm down.
pickleball is social.
That and active. You're really keeping it great.
I
And
like escape rooms and keeping it great.
this. I could maybe see you having interest in
Doubt it. Let's see.
lemon animal crackers.
No, cherry
Oh,
lemon.
yeah.
No, it's misleading. It says cheery.
Oh, that is
Oh.
ridiculous.
That's unbelievable. I thought they were cherry too.
It's
Oh,
cheery.
I'm sure I would like that, although it's covered with sprinkles for a fucking baby. And it's also covered in icing.
You are like a savage. You think you're so
Yeah.
mature and
Yeah.
refined when it comes to dessert.
1 foot in the grave.
Wait,
So cool.
Wait, where do you get your treats and desserts, and what are they?
Pie, right?
Bakeries. Yeah.
bakeries are.
No one here is gonna want this crispy peanut butter
Ugh,
filled
I
wafers.
literally tried that, I think, on mine. Like peanut.
Are these all 2024 new treats of Trader Joe's? I'll try this.
I'll try the
cone.
lemon.
Yeah, the lemon.
I'm a
Oh.
lemon person.
I know you are. You got me turned on to lemon desserts famously.
Really?
Yeah. I used to never like a fruit dessert except for pie, but then I realized lemon could work.
Ew, this is okay. I hate frosting. This is frosted within an inch of its life.
Why do you hate frosting? It's the best part of anything.
I don't like frosting.
Do you like frosting, right?
I like most things. It's hard for me to really say no to even shitty snacks, but no on the peanut butter stuff.
This has a very high lemon flavor, which I do appreciate.
Can we ASMR the eating in the mic?
This is good.
This is good, Chelsea.
What's your thing against this?
I don't even like chocolate that much.
I don't either. Like, I don't like chocolate flavored ice cream, but this is good.
You don't like an ice cream cone, huh?
That lemon thing is good if they didn't cover it in sprinkles.
There's a trend with those little cone ends where Trader Joe's also has like a sweet cannoli dip. And
I
they're
tried
dipping
that
it-
on my podcast. It's wretched.
Oh, cool.
It's absolutely
Wait,
wretched.
what are your go-to pie spots here?
Well, I don't really have one. I found a great one in Brooklyn.
Do you get them shipped over?
I don't even know if it's possible. Believe me, when tart cherry comes into season, I'm going to try.
Try Goldbelly. They ship in
Yeah.
from every single.
Yeah. It's just
Pie
weird. I
shop.
feel guilty with Goldbelly and because of the carbon footprint. I'm like, I'm ordering a pie from like
Oh, I did
Tanzania.
it so much.
You don't like that?
It's really lemony.
I love how lemony, but I hate the texture of like eating the grit of the sprinkle. It's like eating sand.
You're not wrong about that.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
But the lemon itself, fantastic. I love the sharp lemon.
God, fuck, get these away. These are so good.
All right, I'll try this disgusting thing. Meyer lemon and cream.
We're going to get sued by Trader Joe's
I
for
know.
how mean we are.
No, seriously. And I already am like, allegedly, this looks disgusting. All right, let's see.
I'm going in on the potato chip, the pizza one.
I mean,
I
that's
bet
great.
those are good.
Oh, you like the yogurt?
The yogurt's great.
Is that really new?
Yeah, we just got it.
No, like a new release?
Oh,
Yes, from this article.
Oh, wow.
Very new 2024.
That's
Release.
very good.
Wow. We got her. We got her.
Mr. Joe,
We got her good.
the yogurt.
Meyer lemon. I just love Meyer lemons.
But what's the difference?
Meyer, they're
Yeah.
a little sweeter and they are softer, thinner skin, thinner rind, and they're just really delicious. Less tart, more sweet, but still tart.
You don't even like that Trader Joe's Takis, the chips, the rolled chips.
You know what I was thinking in the car is that all these kinds of snacks should come with like one of those clicking counters. You know, when someone's counting like an audience coming into a venue, like you should be able to count every chip you eat. Cause I didn't have lunch and all I had in the car were goldfish, which I already discussed with because of my child. I already discussed with you how I think Cheez-Its are satanic allegedly because of how salty and dry they make your mouth.
Last night, I literally told Dave if we had a box of extra toasty Cheez-Its, that it would ruin our marriage. And he's
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I just wouldn't be able to.
He's like, do you want me to get that? Or he's like trying to anticipate your needs. I ate like 89 goldfish in the car on the way here.
Regular, straight up.
Yeah, just plain old goldfish. And I'm like, I wish I truly knew the exact number that I ate. And if they came with a little clicker as you eat one, you'd keep track better.
Well,
They're so small. It's hard with those.
let's suppose you had a clicker. What number would you stop at?
I truly, what would I? That's a great question.
Like-
12. Like I'd be like, okay, 12 is reasonable, but I probably did eat 89.
No, but it's like that's how I'm super disordered about my eating.
Yeah.
So when I look at the serving size and it says 17 chips,
Yeah.
I do serve myself
Yeah.
17
Oh,
chips.
I stopped that in high school. That's crazy.
I know, it's crazy.
Well, like the one serving size that I really object to is on box mac and cheese because I'm like, it's one serving for old Chelsea Peretti. I can't really, dole it out amongst my friends and neighbors.
Dave is like really heels in the ground about Parmesan flavored goldfish being the best kind of goldfish. And
Yeah.
it makes me like not like him.
Yeah.
I've never had it. Is it just like really different from the
It's
I've
just
never.
what's better than the straight up original? I don't understand how you could beat that formula.
That is true.
But also, I do think in the last couple of years, I've come to the realization that Cheez-Its are better than goldfish.
You know what's an interesting question? What food does a second iteration or third iteration beat the original? For example, I know those are a lot of big words.
Please, more.
Oreos. They have the mint ones. I actually think mint Oreos are incredible and arguably better than regular Oreos.
You're making me think of a mint Oreo Blizzard from Dairy Queen and how good that
There
is.
is a Foster's Freeze. Can they do it?
Probably.
There's one sort of close to here.
that is one thing I'll never co-sign. It's just mint as a dessert. I don't know what it is.
Not tropical enough for you.
Not tropical enough.
Yeah.
Mint
Yeah.
was not something introduced as a dessert. In fact, avocados, I had to learn is a savory food because we ate it as a dessert with
Really?
like coconut milk.
Really?
And tons of sugar when we were
Let
kids.
me ask you this. Have you had soursop?
I love
I wanna try
Guyabano.
it.
Soursop is my favorite, Chelsea.
I want
oh
it
my
so
God.
bad.
Okay, so I have a hookup.
You do?
I do have a hookup.
Me and my son want to try it. And so
I call it
What
white
is it?
gold.
it just looks so cool. It's like this big round fruit
With
that's
spikes.
like smushy that has spikes on it. And then you open it and it's like supposed to be like sweet and sour
And tart.
and tastes like banana and strawberry and all these things. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a very common fruit in the Philippines. We call it Guyabano. I think in Mexico they call it guanabana.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the soursop juices in the can, but I
Yeah,
feel
I
like they're
tried
overly
that.
sweetened.
Not that good.
But real soursop, Esther, it's sweet and tart, and it has a very soft, milky flesh, and it is so good as like a fresh squeezed juice.
That's what I want.
but
I'm
also
going to
just
Costa
eat.
Rica and I'm hoping it's
They
in
have it
season
there,
in
right?
April.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I'm going to try it. And also, have you tried? So I tried mangosteen.
Love
have you had that?
mangosteen. Yeah.
I also want to try durian. What do you think of durian?
Oh, it's so bad.
Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Where?
So we've had on the show.
Oh.
So we've had so I grew up with everyone around me, including my white dad, loving durian.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Why do you want to try it?
Unfortunately, I just follow an account where this guy eats all these tropical fruits. And
it
he's-
really just hits with some people.
Yeah.
For me, it tastes like
Vomit?
rot and garlic
Really?
combined.
Because
But
he's always like, it tastes like, like pudding and like caramel cream. And
I think I think that it's sort of like how some people cannot have cilantro because it tastes
Yeah.
like soap. I think durian is like
But
that.
is it possible that we had bad durian?
No, we had okay durian.
really
and it was terrible.
That's just how I remember it.
like nauseating, really strong.
But
strongly
there were people in the
nauseating.
room that really liked it.
Really?
So I think it's either a complete hit for you or complete. I can't do this, and
No,
I
wanna
can't do
try
it.
I want to try it.
I can do
You-
durian candy sometimes.
You like natto,
Yeah.
which is like that's a big
Yeah,
controversial
natto.
one too that you like.
natto I can have not as like one time I went to a restaurant and I was like, I'll just have the natto and the rice, and that was overwhelming for me to just have the full natto. But I do like a little bit on the side. You like it full on.
I got really into it because of a TikToker who ate it all the time. I really do like it. I did kind of OD on it, trying to eat it all the time.
Where were you getting it?
Chinatown.
Okay.
Yeah, or like Asian markets.
And you don't mind the consistency, the slime.
I kind of liked it. She made it look really good. She stirred it,
Stirred it.
frothed it up, and
Yeah.
then she slurped it down. And I was like, okay, I want to get into this. And put little seasoning and stuff on it. So I really do like it, but yeah, I can't like eat it daily. It's like fermented. It's intense,
Yeah.
you know?
and super salty.
I want to know, like, what are you, because last time we podcasted together, we talked a lot about pie.
Yeah.
And then I know we both went to our respective corners and had some pie. And actually, no, you got me to try the scone at All Time.
Oh, yeah.
Which I thought
From
was
where?
All Time.
I've never
In
had.
Los Feliz.
It's a berry scone. They have a berry scone.
I was disappointed in the amount of
Sugar. It's not super, super
No.
sweet.
not
For
sugar.
babies.
That's the ultimate compliment. It's like not too
No.
sweet.
I know, but
I'm
for
fine with that. I just thought
Lil Esther.
I just thought it wasn't a lot of berries.
Did you feel like it needed sprinkles?
Wait, you thought it didn't have enough berries?
Yeah, like for me, a scone. Let me just speak freely.
Go.
A scone is asking a lot of you. It's dense. It's
But
hard.
let me say, I have to jump in. I gave you the floor, but I have to jump in. And I'm working on this in therapy, okay? But it is not, the reason they're scone is, you can't mess with a pregnant woman. That is a thing. Like, this is dangerous what I'm doing. But I just have to quickly say, it's not dense. It's not that dense. And that's why I love theirs. It's
Hold me
crispy
back.
and light. Go. You're back. Go.
It's so much dough that you're being asked to enjoy. And it's not often a sweet dough.
She's crying. Yeah.
I'm so hot. I've never felt hot-headed before. Like, I didn't know that term meant something real.
Wait, Esther, why is dough bad?
No, because it's not like a cookie where there's not a lot of dough. There's a lot. It's thick.
Actually worried about you right now.
So I'm getting labor. I'm laboring.
Oh, you wanted to start your labor.
Yeah.
I figured
Thank
out how to
you.
do it. Interrupt your scone monologue.
It needs to have a lot of stuff in there. It needs to have a lot. It can't just be. You can't have 3 bites into just hard dough
Okay,
with no fucking fruit.
First of all, it's not hard. The whole beauty of theirs, it's very soft
But then
and
it's the
crispy
scones
edges.
are supposed to be hard.
I don't
not
like
soft.
a dense hard
I don't
scone.
like
You
a
don't
dense
like
scone.
scones.
I do. And please calm down. Okay, first of all, they do have a fair amount of berries in there. I agree. I could go harder with the berries. If I made them at home, I would go nuts with the berries. But I think as far as a store-bought scone, theirs taste very home-baked. I don't like a dense scone. So for me, it's an upgrade.
I think we just have different scone.
Wait, is everyone really upset? Because the way you're reacting is if you're really trying to like patch a problem
I
right now.
am. I'm a fixer. Let me fix this, guys. Give me a chance.
Oh wait,
Give me a
Esther,
chance.
wait a minute, come back to me. Remember my podcast? We talked about food for 5 hours straight and we were in heaven. Yeah. You can't turn on me now. You said you liked the scone too.
I did. I
means
did
you
like
lied to
it.
me.
I did like it. I'm frustrated with its lack of
Are
ingredients.
scones like a British thing?
Yeah, they're called.
She really is,
They're
like,
called
trying to-
scones, actually.
We all hate the Brits.
And I think, guys, you're getting it scones, right? They're pronounced scones.
I'm just observing Esther. It's like she's under observation now for me, as far as I'm concerned.
Medically?
Yeah, mentally.
I think you just gave her a membrane sweep.
Yeah, this is wild. And the thing that's crazy that I'm just in turmoil over internally is that she said she liked the scone. But here's what she said. I actually want to look it up because she
You
goes, I
said-
tried the all-time scone. And I go, and she goes, pretty good. And I'm like, that means pretty good isn't ecstatic.
So you're saying every third bite is good.
Yeah, I said what I said.
Okay,
and
this is,
Uh-oh.
okay. She goes, just had this all-time scone, pretty good. Then she said the girl
Passive
working
aggressive.
there said to get the sour cream and chocolate muffin next time.
Which
It's
I
like,
did, and I hated it.
Oh yeah, I didn't love that one either. Okay, so
You could
anyhow,
have told me.
I did. Here I go. I say, yeah, I like berry more than chalk. Okay. I go, was it warm? Not loving pretty good, TBH. Scrutinizing that word duo. And then you said, it is really good though.
It is really good.
But the filling flavor is so light, like it's a large scone with like 5 berries max. I think I blotted this out. I'd so much rather something filled with fun treats inside. Oh, like a cake filled with M&Ms. It's not that kind of dish, honey. Okay.
Honey. I was really disappointed in the sour cream chocolate muffin because I was told that the sour cream makes it fluffy and it was dry.
You know what your next birthday you should have?
What?
A piñata. Let's be honest, you fucking love candy, okay? It's your happy place.
You love dessert too, just because you are so refined and like lemon and only pie doesn't make you. I bet our
I
sugar.
like ice cream sundaes. Do you?
Actually,
That's not refined.
more often than not,
Uh-oh.
I will not get a topping on my ice cream because I think it can kind of mess with the ice cream, and I don't want to be having
God,
that.
we cannot get a foothold.
I don't want.
We are off track.
I don't want the cold ice cream constantly fighting the hot fudge. And I'm going to race to get non-melted ice cream and non-cold fudge. Like, that's just a stressful experience for me.
That's like saying, like, with mac and cheese, I don't like the crispy crust interfering with the noodle rubberiness. It's like, no, they go together, hun. They go together.
Can't you have all of it?
Yeah.
Like the
I
different
don't want to be
layers
in a
of the
race.
experience?
I don't want to be stressed out. It reminds me of like sharing a dessert with my mom when I was little, and it's like, bitch, get your own. Like, I'm fighting
yeah.
you.
Wait, when you put things on your plate, do you mix food?
I was
or
just
do
going to
you,
ask that.
or do you have... Does each bite have to be a uniform bite?
I'm not super strict, and also it depends. Like, it's a Thanksgiving, then everything is a party and mix it up. But like, I'm not some like OCD freak about the foods not being able to touch just because of what I said about the hot fudge, and I feel like I'm under attack about it.
Listen, I have to say I'm not a mixer.
At all?
No, like Thanksgiving food, I don't even like gravy. That's another thing
Chelsea,
to get into.
really?
But I'm not a mixer. I like eating things separately.
Always? Like you never mix? Let's
would
suppose you have rice and then a stew. Are you eating your rice separately from the stew?
No. But first of all, I don't eat a ton of stew. I know it's a hot topic for you.
Who's not eating stews anymore?
Where are her stew girls at? Weigh in the comments.
That's all I make is stew. It has to be a wet food with meat in it. It has to be stewed down.
You know who loves stew? Dogs. Dogs love that texture.
I just can't imagine not having sauce.
No. I mean, I would definitely put that together. Like if I was having like Indian food, I'd be putting that on the rice. I wouldn't eat it separate. It's not that extreme, but I just when I see people who just mix up everything on their plate as a rule.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But when you have mashed potatoes, whatever casserole here, are you eating them one by one, or are you kind of going around in a circle?
I'll tell you the God's honest truth. I would mix a little bit of stuffing with a little mashed potato.
Okay.
Turkey, I'm not mixing with either of those. I'm going to have turkey with cranberry sauce. But also, fuck Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
We shouldn't be even supporting it. So, anyway.
Wait.
Oh, wait, this is an actual thing. A fear of foods touching is called brumotactilophobia.
That's wild.
Weird.
I can't remember where you stand on this. Do you like ice cream with your pie?
Yeah, I don't have a hard stance on that. I would, but you know, I'm not like I need it with my pie.
I'm pretty against it, which I thought you would be because you have once famously said there's no reason adults should ever have ice cream, which I'm still questioning why that even ever you felt the need to have that come out of your mouth. If you want to stand by it or retract it publicly, you could now.
This is so wild. I mean, Esther's like, come on my podcast. I'm like, oh, sure. It's a full-on attack. Not only that, she's like, hey, you told me something in confidence that was vulnerable. Let me bring it up. And it's about a specific person. Also, let's ask about why you hate stand-ups. Like, it's going to be a shit show.
We can cut anything out, don't
Great.
worry.
Wait a second.
I'll send you my list. Yes.
Ice cream just not for adults, period.
Well, listen, I'm exaggerating for comedic effect, but I do think, like, as someone with high cholesterol, let's just say that. Do you have high cholesterol?
You asked me this a week ago.
I forget your answer.
I actually don't know.
How do you not know?
How do you know? Why
you
do
get a
you
yearly
know?
Go to a
physical.
doctor. Do you have a doctor, honey?
You're pregnant. I think.
Calling her honey.
Don't they check that?
Yeah. Do you go to someone for like an OBGYN or anything?
No, I'm just sort of
Winging it?
Yeah. I guess I don't because I would know if I did. Is that?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
would tell
probably.
you. If
Yeah,
you've
they
done blood
probably
tests, they would
flag
tell
that
you.
for you.
so
there was this
jealous.
place in Tulsa that instead of dressing, they put a scoop of ice cream over the salad, and it was so good. I was very
Wait, let's turn against her.
You're pathological.
I swear to God, you guys, I thought it was pathological when I saw it, but then I tasted it. I was like, oh, somehow this makes sense.
You're
Oh,
disgusting.
man.
It was a summer salad with ice cream
You're off
as a
the show.
dressing. I know.
Oh
I'm so
my gosh.
sorry.
I'd be imagining ranch the whole time and just being so upset. Like the creaminess, I'd be like, it has to be ranch and it'd be melted vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, it worked.
Was it like Russian dress? Like, you know how Russian
No,
dressing
it was
is
just
sweet?
ice cream over a summer salad.
Oh,
I guess I
Very
want
good.
that now.
Like
yeah, I'm
fruity?
coming around.
I think there might have been some fruit in the salad.
I mean, or like iceberg lettuce with ice cream on it.
It wasn't iceberg lettuce. It was like arugula or something
That's
like
sounding
that.
like a parfait a little bit.
I'm telling you guys, don't knock
Where?
it.
What's the place called?
It's in Tulsa. I forget.
Was it called Lowood?
Yes, Lowood.
I'm very good. I pride myself on finding things, finding things online. Okay, Lowood. Let's see here. Let's see a picture of that salad. If we got this producing team that's really on it. Okay.
We can't find it.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me see.
Don't worry.
It might have been a seasonal.
Look at their
Everyone's
Instagram.
fact checking Kalila.
I swear to God.
This she
is
just
real.
made it up to keep the peace.
I'm so glad you found
Oh,
it.
no. Oh,
That looks like it.
No, that wasn't it. That's a dessert.
Now that
That
looks
does look
classic.
good.
I'd eat that up in a second flat.
Yeah, just put ice cream dressing. Lowood, Tulsa.
I did a lot of things, still couldn't find. Maybe not popular.
We couldn't find it.
What if it was a prank?
It wasn't a prank.
They just did
Now
to
I-
your table.
Oh,
See, there we go.
there we go.
What? Oh.
Oh.
In presentation, it's not as bad as my imagination.
So very savory salad. No iceberg, right?
Did it melt all over, or did you kind of like?
I mean, eventually it did. But I remember the sweetness with the bacon bits, maybe.
Let's subscribe. Interesting. I mean, I would try it. Do you feel like that? Would you try anything kind of once?
You know, that wasn't my default, but as I've traveled more and realized that the only part of travel I enjoy is trying new foods, I'd have to say that yes, I would do that. Is there anything else to be gleaned from travel besides eating?
I know. Well, this is my thing. Like when I travel, I'm like, well, I have to eat this. I'm traveling. And then I eat like 5 ice cream sundaes. But coffee,
That's the same thing, but
As
yeah.
eating.
Yeah.
bookstores.
That's more of you and Dave's thing. Well, I don't
Vintage clothes, shopping, eating. I don't know. What else is there? Museums. Go to a dance club, a
long
discotheque.
walk and look.
That's like a foreigner word. Go to a discotheque. Have some fun.
Where have you had some of the best coffee? Because I know for me when I was
Seattle.
really, I was just gonna say I think Australia had the best coffee
Yeah.
I've ever had by like
Damn.
a crazy, and I don't understand why or how. Why is it so much better?
Listen, I think outside of the U.S., Latin America, Europe, everywhere has better coffee than here. Even Hawaii.
Hawaii
Like,
is good
yeah,
coffee. Yeah.
Like just anywhere outside of these mainland 50 states.
Mhm.
Is it 50? I don't know geography.
Hard to say these days.
Is Hawaii? Well, Hawaii is part of the U.S., so that's
Well,
so
questionable.
49 mainland states. I don't know. This is how stupid I am. But anyway, I do think that coffee is better almost everywhere you travel, like Italy, Paris.
Why is this? I don't.
I don't know. I just think it's better. Don't you think?
I didn't feel that way about
Oh.
Spain at all.
Really?
N-
I
not
remember
shitting
getting
on the Spaniards.
cortados.
The cortados, yeah, but I didn't feel that way.
Well, I think we've really
Yeah.
come a
We've
long
run
way
amok.
today.
Darker trend.
I definitely know what parts we'll be clipping out.
I've never seen you so worked up, Esther.
European roasting is done much darker than in the US. Well, I like dark roast. So maybe that's what it is.
You like dark roast?
Honey.
That's
Honey's
so
back.
Do they still do those like civet beans?
I've had those, yeah, from Bali.
Do you think I can't know for sure if I do you like them?
I did, yeah. But I don't know if it's like the excitement of eating
I know, like civet shit.
shat out coffee beans. But it was very smooth.
So
I
you-
don't like acidic or burnt coffee.
But you like dark roast. It's like the whole thing with dark roast is that it's like burned.
No. You got to try Major Dickinson's blend, Pete's coffee. That's my current go-to. It's very good. Dark roast, but smooth.
Okay. Before we go,
Yeah.
do you have any advice for me entering motherhood?
Well, it takes a village.
That's good.
So, you got to figure out what your village is in these modern times
Mhm.
because your village is not so obvious as it may have been in other times of history.
And my neighbor doesn't like me, so we're
That's
off to a
out.
bad
Are those the
start.
swingers?
No, it's the Swedish influencer.
Oh, that's right. She's on a different planet. Than
She does
you.
not like me. It's like I've never had it feel so obvious.
What does she do to show it?
You know when someone is like actively not looking your way to say hi?
Yeah.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
Is she
it's-
blonde?
Of course.
Yeah. Maybe your distaste for blondes is showing.
I think I like her. I wanted it to work out.
Yeah.
She doesn't like me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, she's not in your village.
She's missing out.
I believe you mean that.
I do. Well, this is what sucks. Is I'm trying to genuinely be nice and it gets a laugh. That's the story of my life.
Any other tips? It takes a village.
Takes a
That's out
village.
for me.
Well, I mean, this is trite but true. Trite but true. It feels so long in the moment, but it goes so fast. Like, you think, I want to have a baby, but you don't realize the baby part is like a blip. You have a child. You're going to have a child, and then you're going to have an adult. Like, you didn't have a baby for life. Like, the baby part like goes like that.
That does seem so hard to me because I look at Donna and I'm like, I'm so grateful that she doesn't grow up. She always stays
Yeah,
your baby.
cute. Yeah.
And like, is that really hard? Like, do you miss the baby so much?
Yeah, like I look at old pictures and videos and I'm like, oh, that was like a different little person. Like, their interests shift with each developmental, milestone and age and whatever. And so it's like, yeah, it's so exhausting and it feels each day like, what do they say? The days are long, the years are short,
Yeah.
whatever. It's very true. And it goes so fast. And I think like, Al Madrigal actually influenced me, my parenting. He's an influencer like you. But he was like, I would put my kids to bed and like rush off to do comedy sets and stuff. And he was, and on the road on the weekends and stuff. And he was like, I wish I was around more. And so then I was like, great, I'll quit comedy and malign all comics. But no, I do think like you only get one childhood for your kid. So hang out with them.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of different work ethics. Listen, I think happy mom, happy kid. You can't give up all your passions, your friendships, exercise, work, all these things. Like, because then you start to resent your child that you're missing all these things from your identity. But also, I do think you had a kid for a reason. You should spend time with them. and-
Yeah. That balance is what feels really challenging to me. Like, that I
Yeah.
think about that is so confusing and complicated. I can't figure it out. Like, how will I still stay me, but also stay a good mom?
And I actually do think that people don't talk about that as much. Like, I do think it is a huge identity loss. And it is like, but also some of it would also just happen as you age. But it's just like, you can't, be a total fucking hedonist. Like, stand-up really does allow you in many ways in entertainment to be a hedonist. You can go to a movie in the middle of the day when you're not shooting, or you can, it's like sleep till whenever, and but it's like
Come back to the hotel, order whatever you want, room service, sleep late. Like it's a really easy, fun lifestyle that could just be all about you. And it is crazy to think how much it will change.
It does change a lot, but it's also just like the best.
Really? Oh.
I feel like the novelty of doing whatever the fuck you want to do sort of, I'm
100% agree.
it's wearing. It's starting to.
I also don't think it's good for your mental health in the long run. And like, I do think sometimes when I'm like, oh, I feel so sick and I don't want to do this. Like, this is so hard. Life was so good before. And then I'm like, I look back at photos and really you remember life before and you're like, no, I'm ready to change. I'm ready to move on from that person.
I feel similarly. Like, also, I was an athlete for so long, and I feel like I want to welcome back some regimented kind of like you have
structure.
to do this in structure. I feel I perform better that way. I'm happier that way. And the last decade I've just sort of been like flailing around doing whatever the fuck I want, that I would love that responsibility back into my life, I think.
So you are planning on raising my child?
Yes. 100%.
They say it now, but wait till you have the kid. They're nowhere to be found. Okay? All my friends are like, I'm going to babysit. This is crazy. And then you see them 5 years later. They're like, he's 5? So don't count on that. But yeah, I mean, I do think like having a dog is good training for it. Because,
really?
yeah, you have to feed the dog. It's harder to come home late. It's harder to travel. Those kinds of things. It's like a good little precursor. And I think shooting and getting up early in the morning also is better than like that sort of kids get up early. And so that helps with that. Just shoot a lot and then have your kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited. What? You don't believe me?
No, I mean, it's like, it's weird. It's hard to convey how amazing it is. It's like it's easier to talk about the challenges of it or something, because to talk about how amazing it is, it's like it's sort of surreal.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you're gonna have this is so obvious, but you're gonna have an actual combination of you and Dave, assuming he's the father, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, did he get that from you or me? Or like, oh, or she or he, I don't know. She, like, she's her own person in this crazy way. And like, I don't know, it's just a fascinating journey to go on. And then it's also just like loving someone that much is insane.
I have to also say that I've had a lot of guilt I've felt myself not wanting to talk about the positive feelings that I have during the pregnancy, because I do feel like having a kid is such a privilege and it's like really hard for people. Some people can't.
Yeah, people are barren and it's...
Yeah, or it's like just hard to afford starting a family for so many people, especially like now the way that things are going in the world. Like I just feel like guilt about it, and I don't know how to deal with that. And I don't know, just because you said it's like hard to talk about the positives. I don't know if is there guilt too, where you feel like, oh my God, this thing is so wonderful in my life. Why would I just brag about it? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if I feel a ton of guilt about having a child. I mean, I definitely have empathy for people and the challenges of trying to have a child, and it can be very challenging. And I think especially like in coastal cities where women just see every woman having kids really late in life and they think, oh, I can do that too, but they don't know the whole journey it took to get there. But I guess I feel like so many people of all stripes have kids and have lots of kids that I don't feel like it's like a privilege thing so much. But,
I like hearing that.
Yeah, I mean,
celebrate what you want to celebrate. Who gives a shit? It's like if it's something that like if people are upset or feel some way towards you being able to have a family or have a child, has nothing to do with you.
Right. And you're right. Okay. That's helpful to hear.
It is crazy though. It's like, it is, there's just people on such crazy journeys to have kids. And I think like some people are so unaware. People ask me all the time, like, are you gonna have another kid? And I'm like, I'm 40. I don't actually even know. I think I'm 46, but it's like unlikely. It's like, it's a weird question to ask someone who's like beyond geriatric, you know?
But at the same time, like, I feel like I assume in our business, like, people can, just because of like the success
Janet
stories we
Jackson.
see. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, anyone can do anything, but that's naive. And like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even people who do go through like IVF, like my best friend, she went through a couple of rounds of it, and it wasn't easy. But she's finally, I think she's like 7 months pregnant now. But she's not going around hating on women who can, spontaneously get pregnant.
Right.
Like that's just not
Right.
something. So I think for the most part, you're fine to celebrate what you want to
Okay.
celebrate. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm taking these home.
You loved it?
I loved these.
are good.
Actually,
Wow.
I'm not taking them home because I'll hurt
take 'em.
myself.
Wait.
Chelsea.
Oh,
They're
where'd they go?
empty.
No, it's
Oh,
It's a
okay.
decoy. She's like, you go ahead and take them. Squirrel that away.
Chelsea, thank you so much for coming here today. I hope you feel okay.
Thanks for having me. No, it was fun talking to you all.
And I hope everyone streams on Roku, First Time Female Director, available now. You cannot watch her special because she owns it and is hoarding it for private.
Wait,
But
you
you
were in
can-
her special, the one that you shot in San Francisco.
Yeah, that was the
I remember
most
that.
fun.
Oh, yeah.
That was so fun that day of shooting it. That was so cool. Yeah. It's a really good special, but no one can see it.
I know. I don't know what to do with it. If you have ideas, really do tell me because I don't know. And check out Drugstore June on
Oh, yeah.
Apple.
Yes, available on demand.
We're
Amazon,
sisters in
Apple.
film.
I know. Women in film at the same time. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And thank you to Chelsea. We hope you'll come back.
Thanks.
I fear you won't. And we'll see you guys next week with a brand new episode. And I'm curious if anyone has had Parmesan goldfish and thinks that that's ridiculous. All right. Bye, guys.